Hello, I am Harry White, and today I will be explaining my MiniProject1 finance tool that I use. So today I'll run through it. The assignment is to build a simple financial tool that works on the internet using driver and loops to go from crappy to better. Should apply to something that I learned in session 1 or 2. So instead of the former projects that we only use driver once, I use driver twice on my issue. So for my first loop, I picked a concept from session 2, which was a loan calculator. I wanted to be able to calculate how much I would have to pay total for a loan if I wanted to buy a house based on the time period that I would want to pay it off in. I want this because it'll help me future in life when I buy a house or a car or something that I have to pay monthly payments on. And this was meant to be a very simple code. So what I did for implement is I went to Replit. I asked it, can you build me a code that calculates loan payment? It went through this, it helped me out. The result was this. And then for my specific scenario, I wanted to borrow $650,000 from the bank in order to put that towards a house. Assuming that the annual interest rate was 6%, and I wanted to pay this loan off in 30 years. I thought that was reasonable because obviously with a loan amount of this multitude, you're not going to be able to pay it off in 15, 20 years. So if you hit calculate, it tells me my monthly payment that I will have to make for 30 times 12, whatever. I will have to make that 360 times in order to stay afloat, but this shows you that you're paying more in interest than you are getting from the loan overall. And your total payments add up to $1.4 million. So it is a lot of money, and you are overspending by a lot, but a lot of people don't have the liquidity and cash to buy a house when they want to, so that's why they have to take out loans. So it does do one thing: it calculates monthly payment, and it did help. One thing that's broken or missing, the biggest issue I had with this first loan calculator was that most people don't want to calculate their monthly payments based off of how long it'll take them to pay it off. They want to tell the bank, I can give you this monthly, and then they want to figure out how long that'll take them to pay it off. So I made another loan payoff calculator. And I guess for reflect the first one, it was a little difficult, but Replit helped me out a bunch and helped me out. But for my second one, back to driver, I asked Replit to create a code that calculates the number of months it will take to pay off a loan based off fixed monthly payments, interest rate, and principal. So in this scenario, we obviously enter in the principal, the money we borrow from the bank, the interest rate that we'll pay. I said 6% again, but rather than the time you want to pay it off in, you put in monthly payments. So let's say I'm comfortable with paying $5,500 a month towards my loan. It'll calculate how long it'll take me to pay it off, 15 years. So that is not that bad, 15 years paying that, but that is quite the highly month payment. So let's say I can't afford that, and let's go $3,500. I can pay that comfortably a month. I can say that confidently. 45 years to pay it off. So, not ideal. Most would say that is not ideal, but it's the right calculation. It tells me a lot. So yeah, use Replit again, do the same thing. Just ask to put in different data to calculate. It does do one thing, the verification. I verified. It calculates how long it'll take me to pay it off right here. And one thing I would say that is missing, I guess, would probably be some other variables that we could put in order to calculate a more accurate loan payment, or how long it would take me to pay it off, like increasing monthly payments over time. As my salary goes up, I will want to put more per month into the loan. So we could have something where over time the monthly payments increase rather than just having a flat rate for the whole time I'm paying off the loan. And it was definitely difficult. It wasn't as hard as I expected because the other assignments were pretty difficult, but it's definitely interesting, and I will use this because I will be paying loans in the future on houses or cars, things like that. But the biggest part I thought was difficult was, you know, understanding the code that Replit created for me and how I can use that to further my learning in this field. And that is it. Thank you very